In the year 1980, in Colombia, something happened that would change everything for the residents of La Linea.
The shadows of La Linea.
As tensions escalated among drug cartels and leftist guerrillas, the community found itself caught in the crossfire. Manuel, a humble farmer, awoke to gunfire one fateful morning. He rushed outside, heart racing, only to see bodies strewn across the streets. Innocent bystanders caught in brutal skirmishes. The Colombian military, desperate to regain control, launched operations targeting the cartels. However, locals began whispering about something more sinister. The Grupo Autodefensa, self-defense groups that were supposedly for protecting the community. Instead, they terrorized La Linea, executing anyone who dared to oppose them. As Manuel witnessed firsthand the horrors unfold, he realized they weren't just fighting for survival. They were suffocating under the weight of militarized violence. By the end of the decade, it's estimated that over 200,000 lives were lost in this internal conflict, leaving shadows of grief over a land once filled with hope.
Back in 1867, in Vienna, something happened that would change everything for Austria and Hungary. The Austro-Hungarian Compromise formed a dual monarchy. But behind this political facade lay a conspiracy that would shape Europe's future. Rumors had been spreading for weeks about the secret meetings between the Hungarian nationalists and the Austrian nobility. At the center was Count Gyula Andrássy, a Hungarian leader who sought autonomy for his people, yet understood the political game he was playing. As tensions peaked, hidden agendas emerged. The Hungarian elites conspired with the Austrians, promising to stabilize the empire while secretly aiming for greater independence. The common folk remained unaware of the backroom deals that strategically bound their fate together, unaware that their leaders were negotiating power amidst whispers of betrayal. Eventually, the dual monarchy would not only fulfill Andrassy's political ambitions, but also set the stage for rising nationalism that would ignite the continent, leading to conflicts yet to come.
Together we will prevail!
It all started on a Thursday, when Howard Carter pried open the inner antechamber of Tutankhamun's tomb in Luxor, Egypt, in 1922. Lord Carnarvon's telegrams, Carter's oil-stained notebooks, and the Cairo Museum's inventory later recorded an object no archaeology text expected. Nested within the gold, a small obsidian disc veined with green luminescence, engraved in hieratic script and fitted with an inner lattice that hummed when sunlight struck it. Workers reported brief visions of the Nile frozen in ice. A lamp in the antechamber ticked back. The British press called it a trick. The Egyptian Antiquities Service quarantined the chest. Carter's diary, kept under lock, described measured gravitational anomalies, a hairline fracture that bled phosphorescent dust, and a decision to transfer the piece to Cairo under armed escort. Decades of lab reports, redacted cables, and a single surviving photograph show the disk's lattice aligning with Earth's magnetic declination, suggesting an instrument of orientation rather than ritual. Scholars now argue the find rewrote 20th century cartography. The disk reappeared in classified aeronautical files in 1954, credited as the seed of precision inertial navigation. History remembers the tomb. Science whispers about the object that made navigation a century sharper.
My people, rise and heed my call. Together, we shall forge our destiny.
The Kisama Conspiracy.
Little did King Angola of the Ndongo Kingdom know. This day in 1730 would mark a turning point in his fight against colonial powers. In his court in present-day Angola, whispers of betrayal floated through the air. as European traders conspired with local factions to undermine his reign. The Portuguese, eager to expand their territory and slave trade, had forged secret alliances with rival tribes. While Angola sought to unite his people against the encroaching invaders, enemies within his ranks were secretly collaborating with these foreigners, promising them autonomy in exchange for support. This treachery boiled over when Angola learned of a planned coup. His trusted advisor, who had been feeding him false intelligence, was revealed to be a traitor. A fierce battle ensued, with Angola's warriors fighting valiantly against not only the Portuguese, but also their own people. In the end, the conspiracy fractured the unity of the Ndongo, leading to a tragic and weakened resistance against colonial ambitions.
In the year 2005, there was a brazen robbery that would shake Brussels to its core. The scene was Brussels Airport, a bustling hub where thousands flowed through each day. On a foggy Sunday, masked men burst onto the tarmac, targeted a plane loaded with cash and valuables meant for transfer to a secure facility. The audacity of the crime was astounding. These thieves had meticulously planned the heist, having monitored airport schedules for weeks. They utilized stolen police vehicles to bypass security, creating an illusion of authority. As they loaded their haul, the airport remained blissfully unaware of the unfolding chaos. In mere minutes, they vanished into the murky shadows, leaving behind stunned officials and a nation grappling with the implications of such a security breach. In the aftermath, investigators uncovered a web of insiders who had aided the criminals, raising questions about trust and vulnerability in a modern world. This heist didn't just enrich a few, it forever changed the way Europe viewed airport security.
Rumors had been spreading for weeks in Tehran about a plot to topple Prime Minister Mohammad Mossadegh. In 1953, Iran Mossadegh had become a symbol of national sovereignty after he nationalized the Anglo-Iranian Oil Company, enraging Britain and worrying Cold War America. Behind closed doors, British intelligence and the CIA drew up a conspiracy, Operation Ajax, aimed at restoring the Shah and undoing Mossadegh's reforms. Kermit Roosevelt Jr., a young CIA operative, executed a campaign of bribery, forged petitions, paid mobs, and planted stories in the press. MI6 coordinated covert funds. Agents cultivated clergy and disaffected officers, staged violent street demonstrations, and broadcast fake radio warnings to destabilize the government. An initial August 15th coup faltered. On August 19th, after the Shah fled and briefly returned with military backing, the plot succeeded. Mossadegh was arrested, tried, and placed under house arrest. General Fazlollah Zahedi took power under the Shah's patronage. The coup was kept secret for decades. Washington and London publicly denied responsibility until documents later confirmed the orchestration. The operation installed a pro-Western autocracy whose repression and association with foreign meddling helped fuel the 1979 Iranian Revolution, an enduring consequence of a much younger conspiracy.